Hey everybody, I'm here to do my last scary story time. And this one is a doozy. This one's a doozy. This one's about a serial killer. Serial killer. A crazy stalker who was a serial killer. So what happened was it was when I first started getting Grindr, right? When I first got into Grindr, this was years ago, probably back in 2013. And I kept getting these messages from this guy. And he said his name was Jared. And he sent me these pictures, really sexy pictures, right? Really, really sexy pictures. Of his, shirtless. He had abs, he had muscles, everything, right? I just was like, I don't know, I get strong feelings, and I was like, these are fake pictures. These are not real. I was like, this is not really you. I know this is not really you. He goes, no, it's really me, baby. It's really me. Trust me. I was like, I don't think so. I don't think I trust this. So he kept messaging me, and this is how I knew that he was crazy. Because I told him to stop messaging me, he kept messaging me. I blocked him, he kept messaging me on different profiles, messaging me nonstop, kept blocking. Until I was... Now, this is what was really creeping me out. Because he was only, it kept saying he was only 10 or 15 feet away from me on Grindr. So that means he must live around here, right? So that's what was creeping me out the most. Because, he lives literally up the block. So, what I think happened was, he saw me come home one day, he saw that it was me, and he saw me go into my house, and then bingo, he knew where I lived. That's what I think happened. I think that he knew that he was near me, and he kept getting closer and closer and closer until finally it said 0 feet, probably, on the phone, and then he must have been stalking the neighborhood for me. That's what I think. And at that moment, I left almost every day. I left for school every day. I went to Queensboro, and I had class almost every single day. I was a full-time student. So I was always out of the house. I don't know if he saw me get out of the house one day. I don't know if he lives right across the street. I don't know. I don't know where he lives. In fact, I don't know any of my neighbors. I don't know any of my neighbors. I swear to God, I know the neighbor next to me here and the next to me there, and that's it. I don't even talk to them. So, I don't know any of the neighbors. So he could literally be right up the block. I don't know. But he found out where I lived. And the next day, I woke up. My car had a huge heart. And my dad was the one who came into me and was like, you gotta see your car. I don't know what the hell this is. So I went outside and I said, J plus J equals forever. And it was number 4, ever. And a big heart. And an arrow. Right through my windshield. With a red marker or something. And I was like, oh my God. This is the guy. This is Jordan. This is the guy. So I said, Dad, I don't know what the hell this is. This guy keeps stalking me. I don't know what it is. I talked to him off the website, whatever it was. So then, I didn't know what to do. I said, he knows where I live, he knows my car. I said, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, he's literally a psychopath. He's literally something out of a horror film. This is literally a slasher film. This is literally he found out where I lived, and now he's going to kill me. I don't even know. So I got really, really afraid. And finally, I just was like, I don't know. He kept calling me, too. So this is what happened. A few weeks later, I got these phone calls. Kept getting these phone calls. And they were voicemails, leaving me voicemails. Please, I really want you, whispering through the phone. Just really creepy, eerie voices. And I kept blocking the number. And kept calling me from different numbers, right? So finally, I had enough. And I called back the number, there was no answer, right? So then later on down the line, I kept getting more phone calls. More phone calls. And this time it was the same number. It was the same number, but he kept calling me and leaving me voicemails. So then I called back this number. And someone picked up the phone. And it was a woman. And I said, is this Jared? Is this Jared's or Jordan? Is this Jordan's number, phone? Like, who is this? She goes, no. Who are you calling for? I said, Jordan. Jordan. This guy keeps calling me. His name is Jordan. He keeps calling me. And she goes, there's no Jordan here. I'm like, what do you mean here? Like, what is there? Like, where am I calling from? Like, like, what's this number calling from? Like, who are you? She goes, well, I'm a nurse at the insane asylum. You're calling me a psycho ward. This is the psych ward. And there's no one named Jordan that goes here by that name. I freaked out. I was like, holy shit. I don't know if he escaped or if he was out and then he went back to the psych ward. I don't know. But I know it was him. His name was not Jordan. He kept calling me, right? So this was not the guy. So I knew he was lying about his name, his identity, his everything, right? I said, well, this guy keeps calling me from this number. From this number. And this extension line. And she goes, well, the guy that's calling from this extension line is not named Jordan. His name is Charles. I said, Charles? I said, listen, he keeps calling me, he keeps harassing me, I don't know what happened. She's like, well, listen, he's a new patient. I can't tell you much more than his name's not Jordan, his name is Charles. And that we will monitor his phone calls, but there's nothing else I can tell you. I said, okay. I said, listen, I'm really afraid because almost a month ago, he left this thing on my car. I don't know if he followed me home. She goes, yeah, well, he just got admitted like a week ago. I said, okay. I said, well, he's obsessed. He's like obsessed over me. Like, he keeps like trying to call me, trying to contact me. Please, just monitor his phone calls. I do not want phone calls from him anymore. Just keep him locked under lock and key, whatever. She goes, will do, but you know, there's nothing I can promise you because if he gets discharged, I don't know. There's nothing we can do after he gets discharged. I don't know if he knows where you live. So I said, okay. We'll get to that bridge when we get to it. She hung up the phone. Maybe a couple weeks later, I got these messages again off Grindr. I said, listen, I know your name's not Jordan. I said, I know who you are. Your name's Charles. You were admitted into the psych ward. You're crazy. I don't know who you are. So your thing you left on my car window. And he kept messaging me. He was like, I just wanted you to get the message. I just wanted you to get the message loud and clear. And yeah, I wasn't feeling well. I wasn't well, but I'm better now. He kept messaging me. I said, listen, stop messaging me. I'm calling the police. And then I blocked that. Then a week later, I get into class. A week later I get into class, and then after class, I go to work, right? So I was working at McDonald's for like a very short period of time. So I went to McDonald's for work. And the manager was just like, this was after school, so I went to school and then work. And the manager was just like, there was this guy here. He said his name was Jordan. I said, okay. He goes, yeah, he said that he really wanted to see you, that it was urgent, and that he was, your boyfriend. And I just was like, no. I said, no. I said, what did he look like? He goes, well, he was short. He was Spanish. He had tattoos on his left arm. And a tattoo of like a dragon, like with like blue fire coming out of it. And he had like these dirty blue jeans on with like this torn t-shirt. And he was like Oh, maybe my manager told me he looked like he was 50 in the 50s, and he was white. He was white. He was whatever. And those were not the pictures he sent me, and I knew was not really him. So the pictures he sent me was this really hot Latino guy with muscles, and he was like at least in his 20s. So now I know that he definitely is lying about who he is, and that I know exactly what he looks like now, right? So after work, I called the police. I said, listen, this guy keeps stalking me. He knows where I work. He knows where I live. He knows what my car is. He knows everything. I need him go. I can't deal with this anymore. They go, well, listen, I don't know who this person is. And I said, well, my manager was the only one who's seen him in person. No one else has seen him. I don't even know what he looks like. Because he sent me pictures, but they were not really him. And they were just like, there's nothing I can do. We have no actual proof of this. We have no pictures. Like, well, he was admitted into this psych ward. This mental institution that's on Long Island. I said, please, just call up this number and try to get any information you can. So they did. And I gave them the phone number. I gave them his name, which is Charles. His real name is Charles. His identity, what he looked like, what the manager told me he looked like. So the police came back to me and said, the guy that you're looking for is actually a serial killer. He's killed multiple people. He's been on meds. His name is Charles. And he just got discharged from the mental institution. And we don't know where he lives. He got discharged. He has no family. He has nothing here. He lives by himself, but we don't know where he lives. I said, well, he must live around me, because he literally on Grindr, I don't have him on Grindr anymore because I blocked him a million times, but like on Grindr, he was literally 10 feet away from me every time I spoke to him. And they were like, he could live in your neighborhood, but we don't know anything. We can search neighborhoods, but we don't know exactly who we're looking for here. But they showed me a picture of him, and yeah, he looks scary. Like, he looks really creepy. I said, oh, holy shit. I'm like, yeah, this is not the guy pictures he sent me at all. I just got really scared. It was an unsettling feeling. So when they told me, like, listen, he's been a killer, and he's been put away several times. And I just was like, oh my god. I said, well, why is he not in jail? They were like, we don't know. We have no idea. He was more of a mental case, the doctor told us. The doctor told the police. It was more of like a mental case. He had more of a disability. It was more of like, he was not in his right frame of mind. So he didn't go to jail. He went to the psych ward because he wasn't mentally there. Like, he had like some type of learning disability, some type of special needs. So I told them, listen, this person should be roaming the streets. Whatever, right? So then, finally, they found him. He wasn't living in a house. He was homeless. And he was living, like, literally in the park near me. Literally living right near in the park. And they found him, and it matched the profile, the same picture. They said, you need to come with me. You're stalking this boy. You can't be doing this. You've been put away for mental illness and for killing people and everything else you've been put away for, and you need to go back, whatever. So now, to this day, this happened 2014. From what I know, he's still in the mental institution, has not got discharged. Because I think they realized that he is so mentally unstable that he fabricated this whole life. Like, he was even telling the police, he was like, listen, like, I don't know what he's talking about. He's the love of my life. Like, we've been on vacations together. He had, like, a mental institution. Like, he had a mental disability. He had, like, a split personality. He created this whole other life with me that never happened. He's like, yeah, we've been together for years now. You know, we've been separated because of me not feeling well. He kept saying he wasn't feeling well, and he was in the hospital. And how my family loves him so much, and that he has no family, and that my family was like his first family to him, and that he always used to sleep over at my house, and that's why he knows where I live, because he always used to sleep over, and all this and everything. So it was really creepy and scary, but thank God I have not seen him again. I've never even met him before. I've seen the pictures. The police got him in the park. I have not seen him. I've not seen him. I didn't even know how he's homeless and has a phone. I don't know if he stole the phone from someone. I don't know. But what I'm saying is that he's like a sociopath. He's very smart. Which means is that he kept talking his way out of getting discharged out of the hospital. Because this is a crazy guy. This is someone who killed people before. I don't know how many people. But he's killed people before. So if he's put away for murder, right, in the mental institution because he's mentally ill and he needs to be put away, and if he's proven that he's better, that means he must have played some type of tricks up his sleeve. He must have had some type of tricks up his sleeve and maneuvered his way out to get discharged. I mean, he must have got discharged several times in his lifetime. I don't even know if he's discharged now. I don't know what it is. All I know is that I have a feeling he's still in the hospital. He's not discharged. The police did tell me that if he ever does get discharged, they will give me a call. I gave them my number. And the mental institution has my number. They said, we will let you know if he ever gets discharged. They go, in special cases like this, they said, first of all, we can't give any information about our patients, but because of this is a special case and because he's been stalking you and everything, we will have to tell you when he's discharged, even though normally we are not allowed to do that. But since you have the police involved and the police are telling me that we should do this, then we will do it. We will let you know if he ever gets discharged. But she told me, she goes, he shouldn't get discharged anytime soon. Like, it should be years. Like, at this point, he should literally just rot in this mental institution at this point. I said, thank you so much. I said, if anything changes, give me a call. But nothing has changed, so hopefully, I mean, he's probably still put away. So I've been fine. I've been moving on with my life. I got on with my life. Grindr has been a scary situation for me. I've gotten so many different situations, as you heard before in my last storytime videos. It's just a scary, scary, scary thing. I think this is one of the worst situations I've ever been in when it comes to Grindr. Grindr is a really scary thing. This is why you have to be very careful on Grindr or any type of social media, because you don't know who you're going to talk to. You don't know who's catfishing you. You don't know anything. Alright, I love you guys so much. I have to go. Hope you guys enjoyed this third scary time video. I enjoyed telling these scary story times, even though they were hard to talk about and relive. It was different. You know what I mean? It's something that I was like, let me tell you guys for the spirit of Halloween. Because there's always shit that happens to me. I can leave the house for 2 seconds and something happens to me. So it's like, it never ends. So, yeah, that's that. Alright, I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the scary story time. Let me know down below if you have any similar situations where you've been stalked, or you've been harassed, or you've been catfished. Just let me know, because shit's crazy. It's not normal. Alright? There's really nothing else I can say about this story. I'm happy I got the police involved. I'm happy I found out who he really was. And that's it. And it is scary. He knows where I live, but we got so many more locks. We got the police involved, like everything. Like, he's never going to haunt me again. Like, he's never going to haunt me again. They know who he is. They know how and then they're not going to discharge him, I don't believe. Like, I think that this is his last chance, and he failed. He basically they ruined his last chance, and they said, listen, we're just keeping him here now, and it's enough. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed, and bye. Oh, by the way, Lipstick of the Day, Red Rum by Jeffree Star Lip Ammunition. Perfume of the Day is Angel's in the Image by Givenchy. Did use the Red Rum lip liner with this, and it did go well today. Sometimes it doesn't with the lip liners, but recently they've been acting fine. They haven't been causing me problems. Alright, love you guys. Bye.